You little rotten keg tapper, no name having, looking ragged, lame rapper. You nut hugger, butt buddy fudge packer. Okay, enough of that. My real friends call me Asher. Laughter. What kind of name is that, bro, dude? It's so.
What's up, Internet? I'm Paul Goon. This is 13 Minutes, and it's our first international meeting with BAITS.
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
up, BAITS?
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Paul.
How's America today?
I'm good. It's interesting that you asked that. You guys aren't from America, huh? Where are you from?
Tiny place called Austria over there in Europe, the good old country.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, I've never met anyone from Austria before. It's really nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
How did you become BAITS?
Well, I think I have to pick up the question because I'm the only original member left.
Okay.
The band started as a side project to my other band that I had going at the time in 2014. And it was two Spanish friends that at the time were living in Vienna, in Austria. And they asked me, hey, you want to play some, fun garage music, nothing too complicated, something, just to have fun in the practice room. And we did. But then things got more serious. My other band, we kind of dissolved. And then I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And I realized for me, writing songs for BAITS was so much fun that I thought, all right, why not? Let's make that my main band. Let's keep it. It's good stuff. The Spanish boys moved back to Spain. They're professional architects and they have their own company there now. So they chose that career. A different type of art. And then Christopher came in as a replacement for Miguel, and he brought on Alex, which was a drummer for a short time, but we didn't really vibe it, and then Gregor came in, and the bassist was Maurizio. I played with him in my old band, but he played guitar there. And then I was like, yeah, why don't you want to play bass in BAITS, And he joined, and then that's basically it. And he left the band because it was just it has been a lot of work, and he was like, yeah, no. And then basically Julian joined. So now we're at the lineup that works best for this band.
Good. That's good.
One thing to point out is that everybody had like different side projects before saying, okay, I only want to do BAITS. And that was also a reason why, for example, Alex was like, hey, I have my main band and BAITS is like a side project and I want to spend more time with my main band. And Maurizio also decided that he wants to do his solo project more intensively than BAITS. And then we said, okay, but for the release, we have to only do BAITS, and that's how it happened.
Which does not mean that we don't have any side projects going on. So
yeah, again.
I'm truly not surprised. I mean, you guys seem like you're so busy. As soon as you're saying that, it's a lot of work. I could see all the work you're putting in. You guys are always putting out posts on Facebook. You're always putting out new video content. And speaking of video content, what the fuck is whatever the fuck this is? Can you guys tell me about that?
yeah, Christopher.
We had this idea, some sort of swirling around us that we want to put out content because we are super into like Instagram stories and making fun of us all the time. And playing with our characters, and I think like everybody of us is a character on his own, on her own, and then our drummer Fazzo, who is like the driving visual force in this band, decided to give it a shot, and he said like, yeah, I want to try make one of those episodes, and they work out really, really great, and that's how we continued, and Yeah, now it's like we approach like radio interviews and stuff with like the smartphone in our hands, so we have enough content for each episode.
That's really great. That seems to be the best way, just to always have it rolling, always have them going, and never know what you might use, what you might not. So, do you guys make your own music videos as well, or who makes the music videos?
Yeah. The last video we worked together with an Austrian film director. Her name is Kurtwin Ayub, and I think Sonja can talk way more about this because she worked with her.
Yes, but we have to get Fatso into the meeting, and he says that the number isn't working, so he wants to join us, but the program says no. Computer says no.
Maybe he doesn't get this thing with the password.
Yeah, I explained.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I explain it to him real quick, and you.
Okay, well, I'll talk about our video "Liberate You." So yeah, I got the chance. We actually wanted to make a larger production for "Liberate You" as a video, and we contacted Kudvin Ayub, who is like an up and coming, very young, very interesting, very smart, very humorous Viennese filmmaker. But then because of the COVID situation and lockdowns and limitations to what is actually possible, we decided to do a very simple video, which was done in her boyfriend's house with her and me starring, and our two boyfriends basically playing the home invasion scenario with us. And it was a really crazy experience because we really, we did it. We kind of were hanging out on the couch and drinking wine, and she had her phone going, like Instagram live content, kind of just two girls hanging out, having a good time. And then suddenly, and we were watching a horror film, and then all of a sudden the lights went out, and we were laughing about it, and then we went down the cellar, and all of a sudden, in the basement, we are attacked, and I really hit my head on the floor. We were screaming. I'm sure the neighbors were totally freaked out what was going on in the house. But it was a very interesting experience also to, like, the adrenaline kicked in, and also like sort of now retrospectively, it had a large effect on me. And I think she got kind of the mix that we went for was like Blair Witch Project versus Rock and Roll High School. And yeah, I think we managed to do that. And we're proud of the video. Sorry.
The animation video for Shed Your Skin, Fatso did it. But yeah, he still has struggled joining the Zoom meeting. So I will talk about the video for What's on Your Mind. That was also basically like a really rough idea that we want to burn something. And then we were like, okay, now this COVID situation, everybody's talking about like universal basic income and not going to work anymore. And then we were like, okay, let's like burn the symbol of capitalism, which is office printer. And yeah, that's what we did. And I approached the village where I spent my summertime in when I was a little boy. It's in Lower Austria, just like 1.5 hours from Vienna, and talked to a guy who has like an ostrich farm, and a guy who takes care of the public swimming pool in the village. And from there, we went to the tennis court and so on. And yeah, it was really nice. And the people were really happy that we worked with them. And it turned out pretty great, I think.
So now for me, you've actually brought up two questions based off what you just said. So number one is, you say that it's a village, like in the United States, nobody's from a village. Kind of explain like where you're from a little bit, because like, yeah, we're from towns and cities. We don't say village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I grew up on a pig farm in the south of Austria, which is like it's a very beautiful area in terms of landscape and environment. So you have a lot of there he is. So you have a lot of lakes and mountains and farms. And I grew up. I'm a farmer girl, so that's that's what I looked at. I rode on a pig once when I was a child. I remember that very well. But basically, once I graduated from high school, I moved to Vienna in order to go to university. And I have been living in Vienna like ever since. And Vienna is, I mean, for you, it's a really small city. It has about 1.8 million inhabitants. It's not too bad.
That's definitely bigger than the city that I'm from. That's definitely bigger than Youngstown. I don't think there's 1.8 million people in Youngstown. So the second question that made me think of is like, so what was it like working with around ostriches? Have you guys ever seen Dude, Where's My Car? How evil the ostriches are in that movie?
Yeah.
Is that what they're like in real life?
No, they're
really
super shy.
Yeah, Fatso can tell us what the guy told. You remember what the guy told us?
Yeah, he told us a story where his father-in-law got smashed in the face from an ostrich head, like the ostrich attacked him. And he broke his face like totally. So I had the impression that the ostriches are very evil, actually. Very, very evil and ugly and disgusting.
And gross. Yeah, absolutely. Like at some point, one of them was doing really weird things. Like the way they kind of poop was too much. It was
ostrich,
like
they have a weird ostrich vagina.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they can like, yeah, exactly. Comes out of the ostrich, and it's like, what is happening now? This is just not what I want to see. So yeah,
but yeah.
Don't
besides that, there were like, I mean, they ran away the whole time. But on the other hand, they were like, they checked us out all the time, what we are doing there, and yeah.
Super curious, yeah.
Super curious, actually, yeah.
And Julian, I have to give credit to Julian. That was actually his first video that he did for BAITS or with us. And we told him, yeah, dude, you have to pretend to be an ostrich farmer. And you have to go in there and you have to, and then we went there and the farmer was, yeah, can you drive a tractor? And Julian, he also grew up on a farm. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. And then he was driving around on the farm with all the ostriches. It was amazing.
He got the shittiest job right away.
Yeah.
Well, so tell people, what kind of music do you guys make? If someone was like, man, I might listen to BAITS. I don't know. Tell them what does it sound like? What's going to make someone want to listen to BAITS?
I think Fatso, as our producer, I give the baton to Fatso to talk about that.
I guess it depends from what genre of music you come from or you like, but generally I would say we make a mixture between grunge, garage rock, and indie rock. But I guess we have like a huge pop presence in every of our songs. So I guess it's fuzz, grunge, garage, pop, beach.
Beachy, beach.
I don't know. It's really hard to tell. This whole genre thing is kind of hard to get in the year 2021. I guess it's
rock and roll.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's rock and roll. It's rock music. That's basically it.
Yeah, 2 guitars, bass, drums, loud distortion, fuzz.
Loud noises.
Loud noises, yeah.
Speaking of fuzz, is it true that you're a band made entirely of hair?
Not as much as we used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my hair was longer. Yeah.
Yeah, his hair was much longer. My hair were much longer, but last year we all got bored because of a lockdown and everybody just cut their hair. So in some way, that's the only freedom of expression we still have left to us. We can't play shows, so just cut our hair.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. I want to know, it seems like maybe you guys have like a favorite sports team. Can you guys tell me about the Bobcats?
The Bobcats. Oh, you mean my outfit?
Yeah, yeah. Is that like your guys' favorite team?
I have no clue whatsoever who the hell they are. Okay, so I'm not. This outfit is just, I chose it because I thought it was something that has absolutely nothing to do with me as a person. Like, if you know me as a friend, you know that I'm not the kind of person that we usually stereotypically associate with that kind of outfit. So it's more like, I chose it because it is so much different for me. And actually the skirt I bought in a vintage shop in Vienna, but the top I bought in a secondhand store in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And I usually also put on like this, I don't know, I think it's because like for football players put on this grease in order to not be blinded, right? Yeah, that's what I also put on. So
I always thought they do this because it looks cool.
no, it actually, I had to, before I started doing this, I actually researched because I wanted to find out why they did it. And it's just a matter of like being pragmatic and trying not to, being ready for the game. And I thought I liked this combination a lot, even though neither of these things to really apply to me. So it's just part of my persona. And it's great outfit because I can move around very easily and it sucks up the sweat, so I never look completely drenched or something.
The Sonia persona.
Sonia, yeah. Nice one.
Well, so like speaking of stuff on your face, are you guys secretly like a black metal band? Is that like your true inner spirit animal?
Sometimes
it's a fact that Sonia and me enjoy black metal sometimes. I guess Christopher likes some more brutal music too.
Yeah, I mean,
but in general, I just think we thought it's super funny to take the whole corpse paint and black metal shtick to an indie rock video. So that's the whole deal. It was just a way to make a joke, a very elaborate joke, and a very expensive joke, but it was worth it, I guess. And on the other hand, it's just cool to finally wear some corpse paint, because I played in metal bands before, but I never managed to play in a black metal band. So yeah, I guess it's a joke, but it's based in our real life music genre stuff that we like. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was just fun. I mean, as I said, we shot this video in a small village and you have to
loads
imagine
of old
like
people.
yeah, and we walked around in this outfit for 2 days straight, and at one point it was so funny when I remember we showed up at the tennis court and everybody knew that we were coming, and I prepared everybody like saying, hey, we're gonna wear this, we're gonna look a little bit like don't be afraid of us. But I remember like on the second day we went to the tennis court and like they were like, you're the guys. We already heard that you were running around this village in this outfit. So like that was really funny. Like they recognized us straight away, and like the whole village was obviously talking about us, what we were doing there. It was, yeah.
Well, that's fucking awesome. I definitely seems like you guys have a lot of fun. I hope someday I'm going to get to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
I do have one more, and probably the most important question of all before the interview's up. Tell me about, it's not even a question. Tell me about January 29th.
Yes, yeah, finally our album Never Enough is gonna be released on our record label Numavi, which is a small Austrian record label. And yeah, we're absolutely thrilled. We wanted to release it, actually, the plan was to release it in September, but we thought, okay, COVID, maybe it's gonna be, over until next year so we can tour and play. But that didn't happen, and now we've decided, just release it. That's the moment. We have to do it now. We want to do it now. Everybody's ready for it. And so it's 10 songs. It's a great record, because for us especially it's like making a record is a lot of work, and making like everything that, it's like 30% writing the music, but everything else is so much, like all the work that comes along. As you said before, we're really active in social media. We're like constantly making videos and constantly producing content. So this feels like, I said before, it feels like I've been pregnant for 2 years, and finally now on Friday I'm gonna give birth, and it's out, and it's like, I'm glad it's over. Okay, I don't know if I want to do it again, but now I'm glad it's over, and everybody will be healthy and happy.
Yeah, one thing is also to mention that you have to imagine you play in a band with an original setup, and you play songs that are released on an album with like a totally, completely different lineup, like 3 or 4 years later.
Yeah, I mean, some of the songs are really old, and some of them we also like released ourselves. But of course, we did not have any, and didn't have a label, didn't have a lot of attention. So we have been around, and people have been aware of us, especially because we've been playing tours we've toured all over Europe. We've been to the Netherlands, we've been to Hungary, we've been to Italy, we've been to lots of places, and so we did have some sort of following. But now everybody, like radio stations and everybody, was like, this band is good, but they need an album. And so finally now we're serving it to them. Take this. Now I hope we're totally legit in this business. After having slept on the floors, finally it's here. The proof that we're a real band is here.
Listen, you guys don't have to prove nothing to me, but I'm going to tell you guys what, everybody, January 29th, check out BAITS' debut album. They're finally going legit. I'm Paul Goon. The show's 13 minutes, and they are BAITS. Thank you, BAITS.
Thank you, Paul.
Play flute, row crew, shit. If you can't be used, well, then I guess you're useless. Ulysses S. Grant, we should start a revolution or a civil war, whatever you're into. Kids, down for whatever, let's just go ahead and do it. Do without the loud talk, dog, fucking prove it. Shoot towards the hoop or get the boot like it was soccer.